Oh yeah, game 2. Man, I am so excited to do this game 2 because I have a ton of energy to do this one. I've got what do I have here? I have a vanilla latte iced coffee in a can. I was feeling sleepy about probably an hour ago, and I was out and about in town, and I was in the store, and I was like, I got to do a GM mode recording before when I get home. So I'm feeling as tired as I was. I figured I'd just grab like one of these coffees in a can because I'm going to need the energy to get through it this evening, and I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty hyped up on this. It's a Saturday evening. I can drink a coffee later in the evening and get away with it because as far as I'm concerned, I'll probably be going to bed around 2, 3 in the morning with F1 returning tonight. Yeah, F1 is back. The F1 season is officially back in Australia tonight, if you want to know when I'm recording this. And as a Ferrari fan, I'm simultaneously hyped up because they've actually built a good car, but also Mercedes have built a superior engine, it seems like. What a fun F1 season in front of us. And I know for those of you who don't follow F1, you probably have no freaking clue what I'm talking about. Nice change there with Tamernis, and he gets nudged to his knees. So I'm excited, obviously, for that. And my beloved Hurricanes are in Calgary. The trade deadline has passed. And that's another subject of discussion. What a trade deadline for the Minnesota Wild. Oh my goodness. Play is all over the place. And for whatever reason, I'm a bundle of energy tonight. I am a bundle of, I mean, before I even started drinking the coffee, my energy came back. I was like, why did I buy the coffee? Ming, bump, LeBlanc, we put it off the pad. So play is a little sporadic right now, honestly, for both teams. And I wanted to talk about strategy. That's one of the things I wanted to talk about. I'm telling you, I'm gonna be speaking so fast in this recording session because I am literally a bundle of energy and I have a million things on my brain. It's a goal from Lipsburgs. Yeah, that is the correct pronunciation. They slide it backhand, so I can't talk about strategy yet because the Boston Bruins have taken the lead. We were all over that guy at the point, and this is the second time in the series that they've scored a goal where they've slid it on the backhand past Carey Price on a weak one on the short side. So the strategy thing, we're playing with so in the first game in the series, we played with a weak side lock forecheck. And that's just that's a default forecheck, by the way. When I jump into the game, it's just the default forecheck, and I ran with it through round 1 against Buffalo. I figured I wouldn't change anything going into round 2. Why change what's worked through 1 round in 7 games against Buffalo? Penalty coming up. I think it's on the back door. There might be interference there, as I did see that play. We're going to get the replay. So let's see what the replay is, and I'll talk about the forecheck. What we've got going on for game 2. It did indeed happen on the back door. Interference. You can't do that, Ian Cole. We get the game's first power play. I love this song as power play music. But the forecheck. So we ran a weak side lock. I didn't like the way that we played in game 1 with that forecheck. And it's not necessarily that it's about the forecheck that I was pissed off with, but it's just our team's play in general. I felt like we needed a strategy change coming out of game 1. So we're going to play the forecheck a little bit differently as for starters. I think that's a good place to begin. And then we need to get this power play going. Is what we were very slow to develop this power play, but I'm taking my time with it. That'll be shot, but it's unfortunately right into the goalkeeper for an easy save for Tuukka Rask. We're changing our forecheck, and we're changing the way we play in the neutral zone as well. That backdoor is taken away by Boston. I'm trying to buy time, so we're changing lines. That's a goal for Matt Duchene right in the slot area. The power play comes through. You can always rely on Matt Duchene to get you a power play goal, getting the game back. Even 5th of the playoffs, he's having another. It's early, okay? It's just round 2, game 2. But he is putting in a Conn Smythe Trophy level effort early on in this one. He started a celebration right here, and halfway through, he kind of gave up on it. Look, he just kind of said, I'll go down to one knee and pump my fist a little bit, and then I'm going to give up on the celebration. We won't really unless we dump it in, and I don't have intention to just dump the puck in unless the Bruins force me to dump the puck in. But if they do dump it in, that's the one time, or if we do dump it in, that's the times where we're going to see our forecheck go to work. And we're also much more, that's almost a goal. This is what we can't do defensively. But here, we'll dump this in. Holland, dump in, then you have F1 go and put pressure on, or even retrieve it, full-on retrieve it. Kohlberg had a good first game. Shooting, saved by Rask, plays it out. That was a sporadic decision, and he's going to regret that one. He has second thoughts about playing the puck the second time around. As, again, involved in the play is number 95, Matt Duchene. Season 1, trade acquisition, literally the first thing I did before I think we even played a game in Season 1, I made an off-season trade with the Colorado Avalanche to send Alex Galchenyuk the other way and get a Matt Duchene, who was soon to be in his prime on this Canadiens team. Has that move paid off for me in big dividends? And speaking of trades, like I said, how did we not score there? Speaking of trades, like I said, the deadline in the real world has just passed, the trade deadline. And I wanted to talk about this out loud because it's a thought on my mind. Oh my goodness, Matt Duchene, that was kind of clever. A second move, protects the puck. Deke moved to the inside, and he was thwarted by, I don't know who, was that Thrower or was it Hamilton that shut him down on that play? But I wanted to talk a little bit about the deadline because it seemed like the Minnesota Wild had they've had a busy year and a busy deadline, acquiring a lot of talent. That was a nice move by Pacioretty. You see what happens when my brain is firing on all cylinders? The gameplay is a lot better. I should have defended that better. Save on the short side, big rebound off the end boards. And but it seemed like the Minnesota Wild. Did the Minnesota Wild hit the net, Patrick? Hit the net next time? Did they get better? Going into the playoffs in another month. I mean, in about a month or a month and a half, we'll be seeing real-life playoff hockey being played. Down low, Pacioretty, good support, and instead of, oh my God, what a setup that was. Was that delicious or not? I mean, I'm sorry about the hit at the end of the play, LeBlanc, but you got to make things happen out here. We got good support behind the net. Look at the pass. Feed it behind the net, backdoor, LeBlanc scores. A little bit of frustration. Was it Ian Cole that took his frustrations out on LeBlanc? I don't know who wears 23 in the white jersey of the Boston Bruins there. He did not like that he gave up that goal. Not at all. The big face-off loss for us. Face-off won by Boston. They maintain possession. So do we think the Minnesota... So I can't even finish my discussion because things keep happening on the ice. But did the Wild get better? Do the Minnesota Wild look like they're poised to have a big playoff run in the real world? They've struggled for a long time to get out of the first round. I'm just going to send that down low. Eller, it escapes him. There was too much juice on that dump in. The team that scares me right now, as far as the full NHL, is the team that would scare me the most is the Colorado Avalanche. And I think they also had a deadline where they got better. They acquired Nick Waugh out of Toronto. Was that where he was playing? They get Nick Waugh, who's a good addition to shore up the depth at center. And he's proven before with Vegas that he can get it done at center. He can play a big role on a playoff team. And they also got Nazem Kadri back, second time around for Nazem Kadri on the Colorado Avalanche. So he returns to the Avalanche. I think you've got a big three-headed monster right now in the West as it currently stands. You got Dallas, you got Colorado, all in the same division too. And they get another... What is the deal with this being the only way that the Bruins can score goals on Carey Price? Where they spin and they turn and they score on the backhand. Russ Kobayashi, third of the playoffs. Look at this nonsense. Puck shield on the forehand and then spins on the backhand. I don't know what's going on with Price, but he's gotten fooled by this play multiple times in this. That's the third time they've scored like that in this series. We've played 2 games and they scored 2 goals exactly the same way. What we may have to, I'm going to show it in a moment. We may have to go full collapsing D, and we may have to protect the net. When I get a whistle, I'll be able to show my defensive strategies. Down low for Stromwall, but it's going to be LeBlanc. That's in the middle. Ming, then he scores one. We're right back on top, 3-2. Sagan's like, I don't even know what happened. Well, you got lost in the sauce, buddy. That's what happened. You got lost in the sauce. Sukai Ming, 5th of the playoffs now. We pick it up out of the corner. LeBlanc feed in front to Sukai Ming. Not well defended enough by Sagan. That was his guy. He was on him too. I mean, to be honest with Sagan, he was on him. I didn't realize how tight Sagan played Ming on the defense on that play. We've had 5 goals between the two teams with 6 minutes and 10 seconds left in period number 1 of game 2. It's a good thing that I have the energy juice to play through this game right now. We got a long way to go in this one. That was a bad play by Subban. Duchesne's going to bail out his defenseman. We need to find the breakout, and the breakout's going to be at center ice. No way we play that. Oh, we almost did off the bounce. So yes, there is a huge 3-headed monster in the West, all in the same division. And what's even more wild about it is one of those 3 teams, Dallas, Minnesota, or Colorado, is going to be out in the playoffs before they get to round 3. It's kind of insane. Duchesne plays it wide. Back to the point. Severson was not paying any attention. Fortunately, Henrik Termernes is... Oh, Price, what was going on there, Price? It's going to find LeBlanc. This is going to be a breakaway. Forehand to backhand, saved by Tukarask. LeBlanc. I'm on my best game right now. I don't care what you say. I'm on my best game right now. Su Kai Ming has a multi-goal effort. Hey, we need a game like this. After game 1, we did not play bad in game 1, but we lost it. That's the important thing. We lost game 1. We look on our way to taking victory in game 2 unless the Bruins can pull off a catastrophe here and a comeback of all comebacks. It's a 2-goal deficit, but the key part is we have 4 goals before we've even finished 1 period of play. I mean, who's to say that we're done scoring goals this evening? Judging by the pace that Tukarask is in and the way the Bruins are playing right now, we're not done scoring goals in the way that my Su Kai Ming and my second line's going. Oh my God, Carey Price, I need you to have a good game. We're getting the offense tonight. We're giving you goal support. You have to come through in the biggest of ways. Whoa, I didn't think we would reach Chalmerson with that pass. Big save by Tukarask, a needed save. That's one of those saves. We hear all the time about goaltenders making situational saves where it doesn't matter how good the chance is, you have to come up with a save on the play, and he needed to make that one to keep it from being a 5-2 game going into the intermission. It's late in the period. You're already down. You've given up 4 goals in the game. You can't give up a 5th one there. Termernes, shoot. That was a terrible miss. But, I can understand a miss from the defense, from the blue line. If you're in tight, you can't miss it. LeBlanc, he had moves on thrower there. Stay with this play. LeBlanc in front, Ming going for the hat trick. LeBlanc, and he forced it wide. Good effort. This line is cruising. This whole group of bodies is cruising. It's a 2-3-4 check. It's the look at us. We're a tenacious team on the ice right now. I don't know how you play against this thrower. We got to dump it, or thrower. Why did I say thrower? Thrower's on the Bruins. He's not on the Canadiens anymore. What is going on? Stromwall, forecheck, pressure on thrower. There he is, involved in the play here. I had a good stick lift on Dougie Hamilton. You can see the 2-3 setup is amazing. The good thing about the 2-3 is you basically, along with the 2 defensemen up top, you have your third forward hangs high, and what that's going to do is, let me wrap this down low, is it's going to prevent the long stretch breakout pass, and the Bruins were hitting the breakout pass in the first game. They were stretching the ice big time in game 1. That is finally the horn, and I can catch a breath because it seemed like for period 1 here, the action was nonstop. That is probably the most exciting first period that I've had in a long time, and it feels good from a commentary perspective when I have full energy. I kid you not. It's like I've had 10 Red Bulls. It's almost like I've had 10 Red Bulls this evening, and this video is not sponsored by Red Bull, but I am open to suggestion. Period of extreme domination, 13 shots on the net for the Canadiens, exiting period 1 and entering period number 2. The question is, I got something in my throat. Hold on a second. I got a frog in my throat, and I got to clear it. Please, in post-editing, edit that out, Vince. Please edit that out. That gnarly cough that I did. But it cleared my throat. As we enter this period, will the Bruins have made any adjustments? So far, their ability to defend the breakout looks horrible. Duchesne, he couldn't get the shot away. Well defended by Roland McEwen. Out to center ice, Hanowski. They do stretch the ice, but it set Hanowski up for a big body collision. It's played off the bounce. Marchand, we got to wait. Little delay to get... Oh, shoot. I shouldn't have done that. A little delay to get onside. Subban. I'm going to skate this in. Slap shot. Yep. make sure Rask is paying attention. Drop pass to the point. Dumoulin to the inside. Couldn't make the move past Hanowski. It's skated away by Bergeron now. And inside the blue line, well defended. Pressure on Kobayashi. This is still onside, by the way, for Boston. Caron on the backhand. He's forced wide and hits the high glass behind Carey Price. Look at this start to this period. This is what I want to see, though. I want to see this fierce competition between these two squads. Hamilton will play it off the bounce at center ice. The pressure was brought on by LeBlanc. A big hit, thundering boom from PK Subban. It's up to Ming on the wing for LeBlanc. We're going to spin, turn, protect it, shield it with your back, go to the back door, trying to set up the Sukai Ming hat trick. Oh, forced on and paddled away by Tuukka Rask. I don't know how Sukai Ming didn't have the hat trick right there. Do you see the effectiveness of the first of all, the offense that we're playing with, the confidence? I mean, this is an inspired effort from the Canadiens. We're offside here, but it's also the 2-3-4 check. I went to school on that. The Bruins I didn't like the way we were defending the neutral zone or the Bruins breakout in game one. Look how bad the miss was for Caron. I don't know if I would want him on my team. You miss a grade A like that on Carey Price. You need all the opportunities that you can get and get yourself back in the game. Now, the big deal for the Bruins, and from their perspective, is you score a goal without getting scored on here, you can make it a one-goal game. That really changes your perspective on life if you can make it a one-goal game. But anyway, big stretch pass finds Brassard, and I wanted to defend that stretch pass from Boston. I was tired of them hitting the home run pass in game one. They're really and I told you, inspired effort from Boston. They're coming out with a better effort in this period. Better work on the forecheck. Dumped in wide of the net there, played by Hamilton. So the Bruins regained possession despite our best efforts to get it back. Lucic in the corner. What is Ryan Murphy is permanently stuck like that? I'm sorry, but he was in a hip check animation, and I guess he's going to have to permanently live in that hip check animation. Everything you do from now on out, you got to be in that squatted hip check animation. That puck flings out in front. Ian Cole, saucer pass to Lucic. Now I would imagine we play Luch off the puck. Nice moves by Severson. The puck is out to center ice. Kamayev, do we think we can dangle? Fake, and it'll go to the corner, but from there we can set up. Top to Severson. Shot blocked off the leg. McQuaid under duress in front of Tuukka Rask. That would not be the place I would want to skate the puck there. Pressure on Hanowski. It's swatted toward Price by Subban. Probably should have taken the whistle there, not realizing a Bruins player was in hot pursuit. Blocked and toward the high glass, picked up by the goal scorer this evening. One of the two goal scorers for Boston, Kobayashi. Duchesne handles now to the weak side for Pacioretty. That'll be a dump in, and I believe the majority of Canadiens players are going on a line change, except for Brad Marchand. He forces the issue on both Bruins defensemen, and Vatanen gets the puck out. Now he comes into the rescue to recover possession for Boston. Wide to the boards, a tripping infraction drawn by, was it Bergeron that drew this? I don't know who drew the penalty. The penalty taker is Henrik Tamernis. I'm telling you, there has been, yes, it was Bergeron drawing the penalty. There has been very seldom a time that I can catch my breath. Yeah, I've been constantly speaking since the game started. It's a good thing. Like I said, I mean, I'm so glad that I have enough energy to power through a video like this. Caron almost made it a one-goal game. I am going to play this because I see an opportunity, and that opportunity was denied. I saw an opportunity to clear it off the blocker of Price. We can't get hemmed in on the penalty kill like this. Oh, we're mixed up. We're mixed up trying to kill this penalty off. Kobayashi fought off. Go get it. Oh, my goodness, Dumoulin. That was a move of all moves. The clearing attempt was blocked heavily by a Bruins forward at center ice. It was perhaps Bergeron that blocked it. We got a heavy back check here. Dumoulin airlifted back to center ice. And I'm going to catch a breath. I'm going to just take a brief pause here. Ming, now he's slow. I don't know if you can tell, but he's skating extremely slow on that possession. I'm going to wrap it back down low. We're going to keep the puck funneled back in. Pressure on thrower creates the separation. Puck from the man. I went on a whole rant about that in one of the season 7 playoff games, I believe. Lucic, you're not going to hip check Lucic. He's too big. Subban, get it up. Okay, that'll work. That'll work. It's a clear, and Rask may play it out of play. Delay of game. I mean, I didn't clear it with the intent of getting Tuukka Rask to take a penalty, but I'll take it because who knows how many penalties the Bruins will take this evening. They've taken one, and we made them pay. Yes. The Spinning Cat meme song to get you, the remix of the Spinning Cat meme song to get you hyped to begin the power play. Severson, you got to get help. Support is there from Monahan. Rink wide for Subban. Clapper into the glove. I like the shot. I don't mind that. Good angle as well for PK to take it. He's on that side with a perfectly set up one-timer. I know we didn't do a one-timer with Subban. He's there behind Duchesne. We want to win it to Subban, but we did not. Hamilton will skate it and clear into Montreal territory. D-to-D pass, and we're going to swing it right up the wing. Now follow me in, Duchesne. He did, but that was not really pre-planned from me for Duchesne to go the direction that he did. It's fine. We're going to reset on the breakout here. I got no help on the left side wing. I was looking to the left wing to make the pass, drop it behind us, and skate into it. Unfortunately, Dougie Hamilton read that perfectly. So good job by the CP. Oh, God, I misskated the puck. That's an accident, and it could backfire that we didn't get to that puck with Subban. Knocked down by Subban for Duchesne. He's going to wheel out from the net. We got the last 30 to go on the power play. That'll be a drag move across the zone. Sent back across Duchesne. It's gonna go. What a weird goal for Matt Duchesne, but he's got his second of the night. It was a strange save by Tuukka in the first place. Look at it. What happened to Rask? Save, he fell down, he lost his balance. I thought this was LeBlanc's goal, number 22 in red. It falls at the feet of LeBlanc and goes in. Kind of just the strangest goal I've ever seen. So the power play is 100% on 2 attempts. First of all, Pacioretty made that initial move inside the blue line to create time and space to make the pass anyway to Duchesne on that goal. Perfect defense by Murphy. It is perfect D. It's got to be a quicker transition than that. We got the turnover. I would like to transition that play a lot quicker. Lars Eller, protect yourself. Kamaev, he's in a tough spot to shoot that puck. I got to just get that puck moving. Weston, he's pushed back to the neutral zone. On it is Murphy. Puck shield, and then up to the forward. I mean, our breakouts we're really quick with every decision we're making this evening. Shot low to the pad. It'll be saved and turned aside by Rask. Cleaned up rebound by Boston. DePape to the boards. Sends it back in. They want to funnel it down low. This looks like a deliberate setup from Boston. Lipsburg's also a goal scorer tonight for Boston. DePape makes it a 5-3 game. There's the importance of scoring that second power play goal, because we do tend to have these little breakdowns in defensive zone coverage. The arena falling a little bit silent on this goal. I think just some frustration from the Habs players and the fans getting scored on like that. Yeah, I don't know why you would go VH on the post there. I mean, I know the shot was coming from the short side angle, but he beat you far side. Price basically gave the shooter all the far side of the net in the world on that play. That's unfortunate. And that's not the player you want to lose that puck to. That was Tyler Seguin. T-Sags. And with that, a goal on that play, God knows. Oh, this game's kicking off. Cover it, Price. Yes, God knows, man. This game's kicking off. Boston that close to making it a 5-4 game, which would have certainly changed things. The tone of this game was nearly shifted in favor of the Bruins. Look at this. Hanowski had it dead to rights on Price. Faked him out and everything. I think he was just in too tight to the goaltender to make that play work. Blocked wide. We got to just get the puck out. We can't have this extended time in the zone. LeBlanc. Nice effort. I mean, we tried to shield it away from DePape. You can see that at this difficulty and at the slider settings I have here, the AI are doing a good job they are making adjustments. They are making little adjustments. They're getting a little bit better as the game goes on. I swear, we are also just in our own way. We're making too many little mistakes on the ice that are going to cost us in this game. That's got to be one move. That's the first. Drop back for Ming. He couldn't get it. Subban plays it behind. Okay, thanks for fumbling the puck, PK. That should have been dumped in. It should have been a very basic dump in. No, Bergeron. I'm gonna play man on him. Good. That was Pacioretty with his CPU control poke check to make that play go back to center ice. I hate the player switching right now. It's god awful. It won't give me the player that I want to have control of at all. Now, see, and by the time the shot's taken, the player switching is it's terrible. Oh my God, I'm telling you, the game is, this is ice tilt right here. The game is tilting the ice in favor of the Bruins. This whole last, third of this period, it's been all Boston. PK's mixing it up with a couple of Bruins players in front of the net. I'm going to get my third D pair on the ice for this one. I'm telling you, some of these Bruins possessions are starting to piss me off. It's a good thing that Price is pretty much on his game for the most part. So these chances have been good. And we lose that faceoff, but crucially for Boston, they have to play it back to center ice. I got to just play calm. When we go to retrieve the puck, we got to play calm. They dump it in like that, we got to get it and take our... don't take your time getting it, but don't rush trying to get the puck either. The back door, no way, it's set up. Wow. You're going to leave that wide open. I have the vision. I can see that play with my eyeballs. I don't know what else I would see the play with, but that was as easy of a tap-in as you could have set up for Lars Eller on the back door. Not defended well by McQuaid. Not defended well by the unknown number 72. I don't know who that is. You guys needed to do a better job of getting a stick in that passing lane. The AI are usually pretty good at defending that cross crease on a play, especially from that far across the rink. I was expecting it to get knocked down, but I figured I'd try. We just got to end the period clean here. End the period clean. Because any chance of a comeback should be a pipe dream for Boston. Are we going to get a face-off? We will. 1/10 of a second to go in the period. And now things are really getting spicy between the Canadiens and the Habs. I don't want to get into any fights. I don't need to give Boston any life before the game, before we go into the next period. Yeah, that's a pretty routine save on Dougie Hamilton. So the puck will drop, the period will expire before a faceoff can really even be won. That's it. 2 periods down in the books. We've got 6 goals on the night. You would imagine that 6 goals should be enough to win this game. I would think so. I needed another angle of this goal. I don't know how that's not LeBlanc's goal. I guess he never touched it. And is that the end of the highlight sequence? It is indeed. We'll see you in period 3. We are full well dominating this. We needed to have a game of utter domination. We needed this game because we're going to go on the road. We're going to play in a hostile environment at the TD Garden in Boston in Game 3 and Game 4. So we needed to take at least a victory on the road. We know for a fact, unless we blow this, we know for a fact that there is going to be a Game 5. So we know there's going to be a Game 5 unless we blow this third period, which I guess is totally possible. But with the way we're playing tonight, the way pucks are going in the back of the net against Tuukka Rask and the Bruins, I don't think we're done scoring yet. And honestly, a 3-goal deficit in the third period is very hard to overcome. We basically would have to step on our own toes in this third period to give the Bruins any chance of coming back in this game. Nice breakout to Marchand. Honestly, I'm comfortable with the cross the rink, the horizontal dump in by Brad Marchand. He clearly knows what he's doing. We're going to dive at it. We sweep it into Rask and almost scored. Could you imagine if I scored the superb man shot with Brad Marchand of all players? So there's a little shout out to 2BC on that one. Out to center, knocked down his Dalton thrower. I want to dump this in cross corner. We're playing with a lot of speed right now. And that's a smart dump in. Look at the retrieval game by Ming. It's by the side of the net. We're really hacking and whacking at it. Good forecheck. I got the F1 pressure on the puck carrier. That was a big clotheslining blow to Patrice Bergeron. Bergie, of all players, getting decked here. Drop pass, finds Stromwall. A further drop pass to Tamernes. Cutback move, but we're board pinned. Puck is not going to be kept in. I tried to skate to that with Dumoulin. First to it is DePape on the back check shooting. Tamernes pulls it off the goal line and flipped out to center ice for Malte Stromwall, picked off by Dalton thrower. The Bruins come back the other way with a dump in into the cross corner. I'm going to try to do a little nudge there on DePape. I imagine that's who's pressuring this puck on the forecheck. McQuaid shoots, it's wide. Dumoulin play it out to center. It's going to miss the stick of Kamayev. A couple of missed passes. Is that a slash? Is that a slash on Kamayev? I can't tell if there's a delayed penalty on the ice. I thought I got a stick on the hand at center ice with Kamayev. Yep. Yeah, we did. I thought I heard the crowd boo for a second. There is no indicator from the referee on the ice. He didn't have his hand up for a penalty on the ice, and I didn't see anything to indicate a delayed penalty on the game, on the screen. So we're going to go to our second penalty kill of the game. We've been very disciplined. I think that first PK situation was in the first. Was it in the first period? Anyway, I think we had a clean second period we've had a period where we did not take a penalty. I can't tell you when we took the infraction. I don't even remember what the hell the penalty was anyway. So good effort so far. 30 seconds gone on this penalty kill situation. I mean, if they score... bad passing by Boston. I defended that poorly. And there's the goal. So I was about to say Roland McEwen beats Carey Price clean with a point shot. Doesn't happen very often, at least not for me against the CPU team. Very hard to, for whatever reason, hard to beat a goaltender clean with a shot from the blue line. But McEwen right down the middle of the point. Good sauce on that feed as well. Good saucer pass. I was about to say before that goal was scored, I kid you not, that if Boston scores on this power play, it's not the end of the world. It was not a calamitous goal unless they do manage to have a big third period comeback. And it's not outside the realm of possibility that a CPU controlled team on this difficulty could come back in this game. But 3 goals, man, hard to erase that deficit. Drop for Duchesne. It's going to float around. Okay, there we go. And I got support from the blue liners. Murphy over, one-timer Weston, but down to one knee, and it blocked into the bench by Arvidsson. Kind of frustrating. I had my one-timer beautifully set up. But we got the man seeking a hat trick, taking the draw for the Canadiens. He wins it. Back to Tamernas, walk middle, shoot. Yeah, see, you don't beat a goaltender clean if it misses that far wide and hits the glass. Oh, well defended. Oh, my God, Price. He unexpectedly, I didn't think he was going to do that, so that surprised the hell out of me. I'm sure that surprised the hell out of the viewers as well. LeBlanc to Ming. I didn't want to go to Ming with this play. Up and over. That's not an up and over, Deke. I call it an up and... Oh, did we take a... Really? Oh, come on. Get out of town. Get out of town. I think Ming... Oh, no, it wasn't Ming. It's a double minor. This is a CPU-controlled player. Well, that just makes me even more enraged. Because we took a double minor. Yeah, LeBlanc. I didn't have LeBlanc. High stick. Ah! That's what I want to do right now because Boston did just get a power play goal to make it a 2-goal game. I mean, I've come back from down 3 goals in a third period with half the period to play against Detroit. I talk about this comeback all the time, but I mean, it's probably one of the most legendary things I've done in NHL 14. Oh my God. Holy, couldn't finish the play. Monahan almost dangled the whole penalty killing defense there, or power play defense there. Hanowski, he's been wrecked. And he needed to check himself before he wrecked himself. Sent in for Ming to pressure on the forecheck. So the F1 forechecker. First forechecker in, you pressure the puck carrier. Of course, we're not. What happened in the corner, man? Ming almost got a 2-for-1. We call it a double Dion. Only 1 minute is gone on the power play for Boston. Just a minute. 3 still remain. We got a fresh group of legs on the ice to kill the remainder of this penalty for the time being. Eventually, Sukai Ming and that penalty kill unit will see the rink again. Good stick on Caron, but he gets it right back. Okay, Duchesne, you need to stay in the middle. You don't need to go out toward the boards. We have a defenseman out there taking that ice away from the power play. Marchand, just one more move. I was almost slippery. Oh, I didn't want to play it. I accidentally pressed that button. I accidentally did that. I'm going to just flip it. I want to get to where I can flip it clean. It'll roll into Tuukka Rask. He rolls it to Roland McEwen. Pressure on Dougie Hamilton. But it's got to be wise pressure. When we forecheck shorthanded, it's got to be smart. Kobayashi is offside. And it is effectively a normal 2-minute minor power play for the Boston Bruins. Penalty kill for the Canadiens here. So why are we looking at Rask? Because he's faltered in this game? He kind of has faltered. Some of these plays, I mean, that one he needed to have a save, but that was just a weird bounce is all that was. I wonder if that goal from Duchesne, the replay we just saw, I wonder if the Bruins defenseman hit it with his stick blade. Because it looks on the replay like it went in off of LeBlanc's skate, but I bet you the Bruins defender, he whacked it in with his stick and it inadvertently put it into his own net. We might have an own goal on that play. But anyway, I never looked at it in closer detail. I never went into instant replay to look at that goal. To hit Lucic is a pretty significant feat. I'm chasing Sagan out from behind the net. Now get on the point, guy. Oh, my goodness. I knew that was coming. Okay, so further clarification, by the way, if we ever go on the power play again for the rest of this game, we are going to have to do a diamond PK. We've been using a passive box. I'm going to have to use a diamond PK. This is what would happen in this game. We would allow the Bruins to make it a close game, scoring 6 goals in the game. A combined 11 goals tonight between the two teams. Goaltending clearly is just optional this evening. I mean, hell, that one wasn't even really on Price. That's a power play goal, and the defense on the PK. I know it's a PK situation, but they did not do their job. Hello, can I get another power play? I don't care about the controller being on a low battery level. I didn't mean to throw it to the weak side. We had no one on the weak side. Play it. I barely had Kohlberg on the boards for that play. I got to go wide with it. That's where the space is. And I'm going to send it down low. I tried that rim play, but my wing, my teammate, did not go down low to get that puck back. Pressure. Eller, go get it. You got to get a turnover here. Spinorama move. Ugh. We played such a good game. It would be a shame to blow this game. We played such a good game this evening. Oh, really, in the feet of Subban. Lucic gets a lucky shot on goal. Oh, my God. There's 2 guys coming in the forecheck there. That was some big pressure. Nice move by Eller. No way we scored this. Are you kidding me? What a save by Tuukka Rask. It was set up on the stick tape. The stick blade. I can't get it out of my mouth. Of Kamaya. Big rebound off of Carey Price. Puck is kicked to the boards. Eller just plays it to himself. It's lost. Man, the Bruins are up in the ante right now. The pressure is immense from Boston. We dragged a leg. Don't tell me I didn't drag a leg there. I dragged a leg on that play. That was not offside. Disagreement from my perspective. Marchand, board play. Board play yourself. We got to get help on the boards. Tamernis stretch the ice into the feet of Thrower. He knocks it down, but the Bruins would have been offside had they brought it back in. No one's there. No, I knew icing. Definitely an icing. I'm not going to argue that. That's an icing. The cause for concern is as Boston is, you've had a good game in comeback fashion, but you haven't completed the comeback yet, and now time is an enemy for game 2. Now, I got my timeout. I'm not going to use it now. It's too late anyway. The face-off's about to happen. Get in there. There you go, Duchesne. Or not Duchesne, Marchand. Duchesne won the face-off for you. Oh, I had Vatanen beat with that move. He's going to go wide. I'm going to have to go wide with him. I have to defend that play. It's of a crucial importance. All right, I can do this one-on-one. Yep. Stick check, poke check by Rask. Ming, shoot! Blocked. Good effort. Player switching really sucked. I could have won the stick lift battle there if the game had given me LeBlanc. We're all over this with the forecheck. The 2-3 is definitely the way to play Boston. Get it, swoop in. On the wing is LeBlanc. Where was that pass? That was poorly aimed. LeBlanc was wide open. Thrower has it at center ice, but time continues to tick away off the clock for the Bruins. Tamernis up the boards. Get there. That's a penalty. That's big. That could be, I'm going to guess boarding. It might be a charge, though. I can't tell. I did not see the referee's indication. I don't know if it's a board. That's a charge. He came from, oh my God, that's a charge. Okay, that one was probably the worst charge we've seen in this series. We've seen a few of those. He skated from forever. He skated from Narnia to make that hit. That's how bad that was from a very respectable player in Patrice Bergeron for me. As someone that has basically hated the Bruins ever since I got into hockey as a child, I always have a thing against Boston teams. But As someone that hates the Bruins ever since I was a child, Patrice Bergeron is easily, by far and large, the most likable Bruins player in history. I love Patrice Bergeron. Always had a lot of respect for that guy. But not right now. Not in the GM mode, I don't. You know what would be funny? And we're offside. I didn't know if that would be a penalty because Pacioretty hit the player instead of trying to receive the puck. We could be reaching empty net territory soon. I'm going to need number 87 on the ice. I mean, I could put Duchesne out there too because Duchesne is searching for a hat trick in this game as well. So, Kamayev, you follow me and I'll drop it to you. There it is. And drop it right back. Okay, now Tamernis is on it. He's on the case. Rink wide, Ming to one knee. Kamayev spins it off the backhand. We've had some interesting offensive setups in this game. By far, I would say this is probably, offensively speaking, the most interesting game that we've had as a team. Almost slides 5-hole on Rask. The good plays continue offensively for the Canadiens. Under a minute, less than 60 seconds to go in regulation play. 28 to go on the power play. Look at that. That looked like Patrick Kane on that one knee, one-timer. I didn't mean to keep Ming on the ice necessarily. I just put whatever line was freshest on the ice, and it was Su Kai Ming's group. Shots wide from Subban, but that's okay. Help from Ming below the net. We're going to play it wide to Tamernis. There. Oh, I made that pass. Get out of my way, game. I made that pass. You know it. Drop behind the back for Kamayev. Up to Ming. Now, can I punch that wide? There it is, backdoor, boom, the easy setup. Easiest backdoor goal in my life. No question about it. Ming will get the helper. He won't get the hat trick unless he gets on the ice for an empty net goal. It is a 2-goal lead. So the Bruins will most certainly pull the goaltender for the extra man. It won't matter because you're not coming back from this. We prevent the comeback. It is all but written in the stars that the Canadiens will win Game 2 of Round 2 against the Boston Bruins here in Season 8. That's the man that I kind of want to have the hat trick right here, Duchesne. Oh, he almost got it. He almost got it on Tuukka Rask as well. All 3 goals on the goaltender. And I mean, I don't care what the score is. I will not stop. Look at how aggressive we are. Up 2 goals aggressive. I love to see it. I'm not getting into any fights. Get out of here. Get out of my way, Lucic. You're softer than the Play-Doh that I used to eat as a child. And maybe that's part of my problem. I wasn't a glue eater. I was a Play-Doh eater. Everybody. I mean, Play-Doh smells like... Does anyone... Play-Doh's one of those things that you can smell it without needing to physically smell it. You can almost remember what it smells like. You got to be kidding me. Really? Oh, come on. This game really sucks a hard one. What kind of goal was this? Tyler Seguin, the beneficiary of a weird play. Look at it. It hit him in the... Did it hit him in the stick blade? I don't even know how this goes in. That was a random... I'm going to throw it toward the back door, and if it hits something and goes in, then it does. This was a stinker of a game for both goalies. Carey Price did not deserve to have that 6th goal scored on him. One of my players deserved a hat trick. It will not be the case tonight, but Game 2 is a wraps. This was a wild game, honestly. Wild affair, but we come out victorious. That's the most important thing. You know, coming out of Game 1, I thought we might be due for a very tightly played series. But, I mean, what if the remainder of the games are like this one? This was a loosely played game with plenty of offense and potentially more to spare with some of the chances that we had in this game. Highest quality game we've had offensively, but poor quality on the defensive side of the puck. A lot closer than it ever had any business being.